Are you ready for more good news? Well, the Trump hammer of God has come down again. And you know, it's like this. When you have a huge hammer, like a sledgehammer, and it's kind of like the movie Thor. Excuse me. Sun is in my eyes. It's kind of like the movie Thor, where he throws the hammer down and it causes an earthquake. Well, every time God's servant Donald Trump speaks, that's what happens. It's like an earthquake. It's heard thunder. It's heard throughout the world. So look what Delta just announced 3 weeks after Trump's Air Force One tweets. On Tuesday, Delta Airlines announced it would be canceling its contract with Boeing for 18 787 Dreamliners. DailyCaller.com reported the Atlanta-based airliner released a Tuesday statement detailing the dissolution of a contract with Boeing for 18 787 Dreamliners valued just north of $4 billion. Delta inherited the deal when they acquired Northwest Airlines back in 2008. The statement also explained Delta will continue to take delivery of new 737-900ER aircraft through 2019 as two orders totaling 120 of the narrow-body jet are fulfilled. Delta is one of the world's largest operators of Boeing aircraft, and our valued partnership with Boeing will remain strong as we safely and comfortably serve our customers across the world every day. Delta Senior Vice President Greg May said of the decision to cancel the order, "This business decision is consistent with Delta's fleet strategy to prudently address our wide-body aircraft needs." Delta's announcement comes exactly 3 weeks after President-elect Donald Trump tweeted a cancel order for Boeing's 747 Air Force One project, also estimated to cost upwards of $4 billion. So Boeing is, Boeing is going to charge less than $4 billion for the Air Force One project. We don't know how much, but they lost $4 billion contract here. So here is the story from the Daily Caller. Let's see if there's anything more to talk about here. No, that's it. Here's an old tweet from Donald. Boeing is building a brand new 747 Air Force One for future presidents, but costs are out of control, more than $4 billion. Cancel order. And so we also have down here, Delta did not initially respond to Daily Caller's request for comment on Tuesday's announcement. So that's it for this story. Next one is Israeli Prime Minister sends Trump a warm thank you. It's always a win-win with Donald Trump, isn't it? Trump just promised Israel things will be different after January 20th. I just reported that. And, of course, Benjamin Netanyahu smiling with the Trump of God, Donald Trump. Of course, he's not really the Trump of God, but he's like a Trump. But we cannot continue to let Israel be treated with such total disdain and disrespect. They used to have a great friend in the U.S., but not anymore. The beginning of the end was the horrible Iran deal, and now this, UN. Stay strong, Israel. January 20th is fast approaching. And the last bit of news is Norway deported 824 radical Muslims. Guess what happened next? Norway recently made the controversial decision to deport 824 radical Islamists from its country. They were met with widespread claims of racism, but decided to go through with it anyway. What's happened after silences all the critics? Crime dropped by a staggering 30%. Truthfeed.com reports that's right, whopping 30%, and it's all because of a couple of politicians decided to enforce the laws that they already had. What a world we live in where that is a shocking thing to do in a government. Very true. Norwegian authority claims that 824 people were deported in October. For such a small country, that's a record-breaking number. That's like, what, Donald Trump, 2 to 3 million? The authorities attributed the change to portfolio priorities, which have essentially made it easier to deport people back to Nigeria and Afghanistan. While most Americans and Europeans would call this unfair to target a certain race or religion, we tend to lean on the side that does anything possible to stop evil from creeping in our backyards. And that's happening on January 20th as well. Thank God for that, huh? Praise the Lord. Thank you for listening.